Distrust in government management of tap water has led to a movement known as the raw water movement. These are people who do not want to drink tap water. They want to consume water that's off the grid. And unfortunately, it is incredibly dangerous. Now, let's hear from one of these people who is a huge fan of drinking so-called raw water, which, by the way, is completely untreated water. Untreated.
The water from springs is the cleanest water in the world. It's been filtered by the earth itself, so water percolates down through the earth and is filtered by all that earth substrate, and it accumulates in deep aquifers. And when those aquifers are full, that water is brought up to the surface at springs. You know, water is so much more than just H2O molecules. Water, as it's found in nature, is a liquid crystalline matrix of H2O molecules that suspends a variety of beneficial microbes and microalgae, as well as a variety of dissolved solids like mineral ions. And we need all of that. That's what we're adapted to. We're not any more adapted to refined H2O than we are to refined carbohydrates like processed white sugar. One of the issues today with the water that contemporary modern people are drinking is that in the form of tap water, it's, I would say, contaminated with antibiotic substances like chlorine, or contaminated with halides like fluoride, which we know is neurotoxic. And when we talk about bottled waters, one of the main issues that we have there is the contamination of plastic.
So there are businesses popping up that offer raw water for a pretty hefty price.
Of course.
Yeah, so keep that in mind. There's one business, let me look up the numbers. There's one business that sells 2.5 gallons for about $36.99 each, and then you can refill that bottle for a cheaper price, $15 each time you refill.
I hope that the refill is even raw.
So Live Water is the business that I'm talking about. That video was from the Live Water website. But again, this is untreated water. They believe that the microbes and the algae in that water is good for you. But in reality, one of the best enhancements or developments when it comes to water consumption is the fact that we got rid of dangerous bacteria, viruses, things that cause typhoid or cholera. Also, there are parasites in so-called raw water. And so, they're taking a risk here, and there are some companies that are profiting from it handsomely.
That dude, the caveman in the woods, everything he said was wrong. So it's just not true. It's like people say like, oh, well, when we were cavemen, we used to drink the water from the streams. Yeah, when we were cavemen, we died when we were like 13. So that doesn't make any sense. In fact, there is literature going back 1,500 years to the Greeks, to the Egyptians, etc. And you know what they did with their water? They had to clean it. I mean, things as simple as animals defecating in the water creates bacteria, and you got to clean the water. But these guys are down the stream going like, oh, wonderful raw water. No, there's bacteria.
So there's an interesting trend among those on the far right who listen to Alex Jones, for instance, and who believe in all these conspiracy theories, and then those who are, extremely far off to the left. Like they agree on this issue. And look, I get it. Like I understand their perspective because there are significant water issues in the United States.
That's true.
Lead in our water, mismanagement of the water. So people are concerned about those things and they have every right to be. However, they're unfortunately going in the wrong direction and consuming something that could really hurt them or kill them, and we need to find a better way to get safer drinking water without resorting to bacteria, viruses, microbes, algae, and parasites.
But look, guys, not only are you endangering yourself and others around you by drinking so-called raw water, and you're paying through the nose for it, but you're actually hurting the cause of clean water. Because so then when we go to do a report about lead in the water in places like Flint, people go, oh yeah, that's that dude hanging out in the woods who's drinking the raw water, right? No, there's real lead problems in the water. And if you're gonna bring up issues about plastic and how it affects water, etc., we can have legitimate conversations about that. But when you go in this direction and you start talking about fluoride in the water when it's actually cleaned the water for centuries, you lose credibility and you hurt overall cause of keeping the water clean in America. That's my opinion on it. If you become a member of the Young Turks, you'll be saying,
you know, I'm like a smart person.
So do it right now, tytnetwork.com/join. Get the whole Young Turks show every day.